Good morning and welcome. It is Saturday, the 11th of March. 3 days till Cheltenham. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you're all very, very well. Cheltenham buzz is starting to get there. We've got a couple of days to go. All the bets are lining up. We've got a couple of nice anti-post ones that have been backed in. We're sitting with the excitement. What will happen? Who knows? The roller coaster is nearly here. But before we get there, we got the little matter of Imperial Cup Day at Sandown. And it's actually quite a nice looking Saturday. So I'm doing stake and a quarter, £25, 5 bets, first race, 1:30 Wolverhampton. I had quite a bit of debate, and I'm much happier now because I had plan A, B, C and D when I went to bed last night, depending on whether Sandown or Navan were on or off. And Sandown's on, Navan's off. That's okay. I only had one horse at Navan and it wasn't a brilliant one. So Sandown on, I'm happy with. And then I looked at it and I was like, I just think I'm making this far too complicated. And it's a couple of days before Cheltenham. And I had it up as a stake and a half, and I've reconfigured it. I've done it much more simpler, so I'm sure some of you will be happy with that. If you want to make it more complicated, I'll show you exactly how to make it more complicated for those that want to. So before we get there, we'll have a quick rundown of yesterday, where we made another small profit. So running into Saturday, we are down £5 for the week. It's just been a really, really frustrating year so far on the stats, because from a strike rate point of view, it's not bad. We've only had, as I look back, 2 what I'd call really bad weeks. Another week where we lost quite a bit was just unfortunate, I think. Whereas two weeks were bad in terms of the selections weren't great. But what we haven't been doing is like we would normally do, is pick up every other week. We might pick up a little bit and then lose a little bit. Every week apart from one, we've just been losing a little bit overall. So it would definitely due statistically to get something. But we're going into the week down £5, and it could be same story as it's been for the last few weeks. We end up losing about 20 quid. However, if Saturday's our friend, if the betting gods are on our side, it could all turn. Overall for the year, though, we are still about 145 down for the year. On the context of horse racing last year was well over £2,000 in profit. So we've sort of nibbled away at the profit and we're sort of nearly 2.5 months into the year. But it's not like it's just all disappeared. So yeah, it just needs something to click together. In the last couple of days, we keep having bits, but not quite enough, as we will go through. So, yeah, it was Thursday, 80 to 1 place. And, yeah, just had a 7 to 1 winner with it, and that was it. Yesterday, we started off with this one. And, yeah, Hinnamoa was my horse for both bets. Ran a great race, won 18 to 1. You could have got 25s, definitely, in the morning. 20s was what we got for the channel. The challenge was we got nothing else with it. So we had a pour... close but no cigar, no good. And then in bet 2, no good. One out the placings, no good. So both lucky 15s, both with Hinnamoa. If you'd got the 25s in the morning and you weren't with Sky, you should have come out slightly ahead. 20s or 20s with Sky, you'd get the bonus or Betfred. Anyone who got the 18s, it would have been slightly behind. So yeah, I think it was 10 on, 13, 80 back. That sounds right. So yeah, just a bit niggly. So we'll go through today's bets and then I'll do a quick Cheltenham update. And for those of you who've seen on freebets.com, my horse of the day, quite keen on when we get to that. So starting off here, so I've got basically 5 bets. Bet 1 and bet 5 are separate completely. Bet 2, 3 and 4 are the same races. So bet 1, Wolves 130 strong power 20 to 1. Watch out on that one. If you're a Hills customer, Hills are the only ones paying 4 places on that. It's one of them days, if you've not got Sky, it's quite hard to figure out which way round. If you've got multiple betting accounts and you can't use a Sky account, it's a tricky one to work out which where to put the bets on. So you'll see I've got some interesting options. 3:45 Gowran Park Kitty Galore 14s. 6:30 Chelmsford for Oliver 14s. Could have got twice that last night. It was really come in, but still good. 7:30 Chelmsford. One of our mates there, Jumeirah Bridge. That was part of a 3-horse win on a lucky 15 that we had. Can lightning strike again? Chelmsford, Jumeirah Bridge, last leg. Come on, we will see. So Sky are better because Sky are going 4 on these 3 and 3 on that one. Unibet are all look like they've got the same terms. Now, I've only seen that through Oddschecker. I haven't got a live Unibet account. It's on my list of new accounts to get ready for Cheltenham for this week. But according to Oddschecker, it looks like Unibet, which I never mention on here usually, look like they could be offering 4 places on those. Then 365, I think, are offering 4 on that one, but not the others, but you'll get Bog. Hills, 4 on that one, but not those ones, and you won't get Bog on a multiple. Clear as mud, I'm sure. 20p each way, lucky 15, that's bet 1. Then bets 2, 3 and 4, same races. So the best 4 races basically, and I had these in complicated treble 4-fold combinations. So if you're that way inclined, and I know there's a few regulars that like to do that, basically these 4 races I've got 2 in each race, and if you want to make it way more complicated, then you knock yourself out. But for the channel, for the regular viewer, I've just done it simple. And if we hit 2 places in each one, then that's just what the betting gods are deciding today. So 150 Sandown, horse of the day, grade at Alco, 50-1 currently on Sky. 66s are still available on Paddy and Betfair at the time of me making this video. I'm really keen on it. I'm not saying it's a banker, it's a certainty. If you look on base value form, last time out, it didn't like Sandown. And if you go, it doesn't like Sandown, it didn't run well last time. That's why the horse is the price it is. It snuck in off an absolute featherweight in that race. And the back form on heavy ground, which is what we got at Sandown here, looks all right, should run off the mark. But the point-to-point form is actually really, really good. Ran against Corbett's Cross, that's favourite for the Albert Bartlett, and only got beat 4 lengths over 3 miles on a point-to-point. If you take that on its own, that should say it's a better horse, but there's other bits of form. So, yeah, keen to see how we go, because it might just be that horse doesn't like Sandown. There we go. And it's not progressed. That's another thing. But there's a lot to like at a big price. 205 Wolves, Imperial Sands. I think that's worth chance. It's got some really good form. I think the track is the question mark for that horse, but I couldn't walk past that at 50s, no way. 225 Sandown, Kellahan 22s. That's my main horse in the Imperial Cup. And then the 310 Gowran Park, I've edged it on Amir Bagatelli, 25-1. So we've got a 20p each way lucky 15, a very, very fruity lucky 15 at those prices. I'm really happy with that bet. Sky are best. And then 365 Hills or Betfair. And again, it gets a bit complicated. Most bookies are 5 on the 150. That's straightforward enough. The 205 is complicated because you want to avoid Paddy because there are only 3 on there. Sky are 5. Most bookies are 4. In the Imperial Cup, you've got Hills, Paddy, and one other are 6 along with Sky in the Imperial Cup. So that makes that preferable. And in the 310, that's a simple one. That's Sky 6. Most other bookies are 5. But that's 20p each way lucky 15. Right, bet 3. Same races. Second choice selections. 150 Sandown, Mexico, 16-1. 205 Wolves, War in Heaven, 11s. 225 Sandown, Knickerbocker Glory, 16s. 310 Gowran Park, Broken Bond. 66 is on Paddy and Betfair. Again, have a look at Paddy and Betfair for that Gowran Park race. But yeah, 66s. So although you're not going to get bogged with multiples on Betfair, they are running that promotion. I know quite a few people are aware of it now, where if you opt in, really important, because some of them are now getting you to opt in, so it's a bit of a catch out here. So it's just nonsense. You have to opt in to take the offer. If you don't opt in, you do it and you think you might have won and you haven't. If you opt into the Betfair offer, if you place more than £10 on multiples, you get a £10 free bet. Absolutely worth doing. So put something on this on Betfair. You're losing out on the bog, but in terms of the better price that you're getting right now on Broken Bond, that might be a way to go and put this on. As long as the bet is over £10, they'll give you a £10 free bet at the end of the last race. So that's 20p each way, lucky 15, bet free. And then I've done the combination double on my preferred 2 races. Of those 4 races, it was these 2. The Gowran Park one is third choice and the Wolverhampton one is last choice. So I've just done a combination double on the 2 Sandown ones, which are my preferred races of the day. 150, Grady Alco and Mexico, going on 225, Callahan and Knickerbocker Glory, 4 times 25p each way doubles. Here, Sky preference because they're 6 on both, and then Paddy because they are 5 and 6 with Bog, and then Hills, same places, and Betfair, same places, not Bog. Yep, everyone's got it. Honestly, it's an absolute minefield. In the old days, it was a lot simpler, but now everyone's got these different terms about Bog and extra places and who does it on multiples or who doesn't do it on Irish races. It's just an absolute pain. So bet 5, here we are, finishing off. These 4 are completely separate. And it's a different style of bet here. 3 o'clock Sandown, St Bibiana 7s, 4:20 Gowran Park, Max Charm 7-2, 4:55 Gowran Park, Grange Island 14s, 5:30 Gowran Park, Vicky Victoria 12s. So what we've got here is 4 times 40p each way trebles, 40p each way fourfold, and then a 50p each way double on the bottom 2. So what we've got, these 3, particularly the Gowran Park ones, we're looking at place money here. So on a rare occasion, you'll get one of these pop up and turn over the odds on favourite. I'm trying to get some place money and add it together because these are value each way. I wouldn't be taking that, certainly wouldn't take that as single, but that looks like there's 3 right at the top of the market and the others are a big gap. So it might look a funny price, but it's well worth putting it in a multiples bet, not on a singles bet, but in a multiples bet. And I wasn't fussed about doing singles on these because St Bibiana, I think, is the second best horse in that race, and the other 3, I'm basically rating them as third best. So if putting them all together on my ratings, I would say that they all have got a decent chance of placing, but not a very great chance of winning. That's probably the most likely winner out of the 4, I think, but we'll see. And then I'm not bothered with kind of each way doubles on anything other than the 2 big prices, because it's not, unless you've got 2 winners, you're just like not going to get so much back. It's not really viable to do it. So I've done a double on the bottom 2. So this is a Bog bookie, all 4 races, no extra places. So you want to try and find a bookie paying Bog is an advantage, but no bookie is paying any extra places on any one of these 4 races. So someone like Paddy or Coral or 365 or Labrooks that's going to pay Bog on multiples of what you want. It's a £5 bet. That is bet 5. Woof, that's it. All right, okay. So that's £25. 5 bets down. Tomorrow, we've got to navigate weather again. I think, is it Nace tomorrow where there's potentially some challenges. The UK stuff doesn't look great, so I'm hoping we have got 2 meetings due in Ireland, so it will probably be a small bet tomorrow, £5 or £10, and I'd say outside chance I may even, if it is really quiet, my outside chance I might even upload the video tonight. To be honest, I have a bit of a lie in the morning I could do with it. We'll see how that goes. So it might be tonight, otherwise tomorrow, but it'll be a small bet Sunday. And then that'll be the week done, and then with Cheltenham focus. So quick reminder for Cheltenham. Every night before on here, I'll be doing a £40 staking plan with majority of it going onto singles. So that's £40 a day. So that's £160 for the 4 days of Cheltenham. I'll be doing freebets.com on the morning of each one, which will be an additional £10, same format as Saturdays. So if you combine it all together, that will be £200 going down for Cheltenham if you want to do the whole thing. But if all you want to do is just do my bets, you can it's fine to configure it that way. And if all you want to do is do lower stake and just do the free bets ones, you can do that as well. I've designed it so that it will come together for £200 across the 4 days. And when I do a kind of review afterwards, I'll put some stats together like that. But clearly anything I'm putting on freebets.com statistically wise doesn't relate to what I'm doing on here. The other thing to flag, I think, for Cheltenham is everything I do on Cheltenham, which is what I did last year. I'll take SP prices for statistics. So I'm not going to look at taking any kind of advantageous prices. The markets don't move so much because Cheltenham markets have been that well established for a long time now. So all the stuff I'll be doing from a statistics point of view, I'll take SP prices for Cheltenham. Sky Bet places, SP prices for Cheltenham. I will only do other meetings next week by absolute exception, unless I find something that I think, it's worth a little go, and I will try that I would do no more than £5 on anything else. So if it might be, we have, there's a little treble or double or whatever, or a little lucky 15, I'll do a small stake thing. So any other bet outside of Cheltenham next week will be by exception and will be no more than £5. That is what I'm planning to do, unless it's like literally off the chart, which I very much doubt it. So that's that. And then so I think as far as Cheltenham runners go and the bets that we've done, I think the non-runner no bets. So for the championship races, those bets are running on and look kind of okay-ish. The novice races is where we've had some movement. So we've got St. Roy is now backed in a lot. I think it was in 33s in places when I put it up originally, and now you're literally getting 10s. Gallier de Litou, which is in the Brown Advisory, 28s was the best price available when I did the video for that one, and that's now looking like a 10-1 type horse. So we've got a couple in the novice races that have really come in. And I think what else we've got Magic Days that's come in quite a lot. That's in the Mare's Chase. I think they're the best three in terms of market moves outside of Gentleman to Me, which was not on the anti-post videos, which is the horse that I mentioned before I put the anti-post videos out, which I know some of you are on. And then the other bet that was mentioned, which we're waiting to see when we get to Champion Hurdle Day, is the Not So Sleepy bet. So not on an anti-post video, but Not So Sleepy, 4-place. So Not So Sleepy in the non-Constitution Hill market, where you could get 50-1 top three. I haven't looked recently to see if that's still a viable bet, but it'll all come down to how many horses actually run in the Champion Hurdle. If we get to the day and we've got 5 or 6 runners, I think that's a really live bet. If it actually more people have kept their horses in and we end up with actually 8 or 9 runners in there, I'm not so keen on the bet. But it was definitely worth a go at the point of which it looks like we're going to get a very small field there. All right, I think that is it for me. So I'll be back tomorrow morning, unless it is late tonight. But on balance, I'm thinking because there'll be an inspection at Nace, it probably will be the morning, but we will see. All right, that is me. Thank you very much for your time today, all the support, and very much appreciate all of the lovely comments and likes and subscribes and stuff that you give me. I don't ask for stuff like that, so I'm just very appreciative of when you give it to me. So thank you. All right, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.